Okay, I'm reloaded.
Nukes are now legal.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders.
Paul Rodriguez
and
Chris Cole.
You guys have a longboard at all?
No. Ew.
I felt like I asked a porn star if he sucked his own dick.
Oh, brother. Let's just take a second before we just get right into this to just appreciate how incredible this timeline is that we live in. This is like peak hate watching content. Like 3 years ago, I don't even think my brain could have conceived of a scenario like this. P-Rod and Chris Cole, they go from godlike pro skaters to attempting to become mainstream celebrity purgatory. And that's just like the worst place, I think, that you can be. Because look at the dynamic here. Bert is standing up. These guys are sitting down. Bert is in control of the room. In my universe, somebody like Bert Kreischer, who you will, if you don't know him, you'll get familiar with him very soon. These guys are 10,000 times cooler as professional skateboarders than somebody like Bert Kreischer. So it just fucking crushes my soul. It crushes my spirit to see these two dudes like bending the knee and putting this guy in a position of authority. Very sad. And Chris Cole, he's in such a state of desperation right now. He wants so badly to be a podcast shitter that he gets disrespected and bitched out by Bert Kreischer this entire episode.
Being able to cook.
That does smell like a Jolly Green Giant's dick. Mr. T.
Yeah,
Before
Mr.
T.
Okay, so Bert already just launching off into name dropping.
Obviously, your dad, Bill Maher, Charlie Barnett. Do you know who Charlie Barnett is?
I don't know the name. I mean, I don't know the face to the name.
Call Dave Chappelle right now. And Dave Chappelle will tell you everything you need to know about.
Bert Kreischer calling Dave Chappelle. Is Dave Chappelle picking up the phone?
We know you because of your dad.
Yeah,
it's kind of wild, as big as you are, that all of us look at you.
We're just getting a taste right here. And I actually love this duo, Chris Cole and P-Rod. I don't think that they can be any more unlike one another, because Chris Cole's completely uncomfortable. Whenever you look at him, it's like you can see that he's trying to mask his internal dialogue, versus P-Rod, he's a complete opposite. P-Rod like basically has like a certain strain of autism where he cannot cloak his emotions.
It's actually really interesting because in this triangle right here, we all have ties to comedy in a completely different way.
100%.
I'm dating a comedian. You're a comedian, son of a comedian.
Yeah.
And it's such an interesting, like, dynamic.
I've got a theory that I think will maybe blow some of your minds. I don't even think Chris Cole likes Whitney Cummings. I think that he's using her for resources. Examples: expensive defense lawyer and connections in podcasting that he can use to try to create a new career for himself, because he's no longer really a viable skateboarder. If you think about it, it makes perfect sense that he would pivot to the place that he's pivoted.
He slid into my DMs on Instagram.
Comedians have achieved so much by assuming the role of like victimized free speech warriors. You know, who is going to provide support to someone
with allegations?
Obviously, comics. Here's something incredibly fucked about Chris Cole and Whitney Cummings. They started dating when she was like 7 or 8 months pregnant.
Okay, how
Same
long
time.
have we been together? On 3 or after 3?
11
A
months.
year.
This might be another awkward question, but is the kid his?
No.
All right, so check this out. Bradley Martin's Raw Talk with Whitney Cummings and Chris Cole, that drops September 17th, 2024. Usually podcast episodes take like a week, 2 weeks to come out. So maybe they've recorded it late August, early September, right? You subtract 11 months to a year, you know, roughly, that's about, so they start dating somewhere around late September, early October. Now, 2 months later, mid-December, that's when Whitney Cummings has her child. So they started dating each other when this bitch was about to pop. Now that is some freaky shit. Chris Cole recognized that as a perfect time to strike. She's alone. She's a single mom. She needs support. She got a baby on the way. And Chris Cole was also alone and needing support with a shitstorm on the way.
That might be their moment to like hormonal. She might make a mistake.
Holy shit.
Nicely done, Chris. You know, calculating sociopathic move. Nobody fucking sees a chick that's like 8 months pregnant and is like, I'm wifing that, bro.
What is it like to go and skate a contest?
Depends how you do. Yeah, it just depends. If you do everything you set out to do and you get out skated, you're like, all right, I could live with that.
Yeah.
But if you choke, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to see nobody. I'm going home, going to the hotel. I want to go stick my head in the toilet and flush. Give myself a swirly.
He's still speaking about things in the present tense. Like, these dudes are talking like Sora Shirai and Yuto Horigome do not exist. P-Rod hasn't skated for a while. I don't even think they would let you in the building, Chris Cole.
Perfect. There's a Kobe Bryant mentality to that, which I don't know if I have.
I think we can easily answer that question for you, Bert. What you are is a fat alcoholic white. That is the complete reverse of Kobe Bryant. You're less Mamba mentality and more sloth psychology.
Bryant the drive.
And then when I started doing well, I watched people attack me.
Oh,
I didn't realize how many people were really.
My God, yeah.
It's like once you get to the top, all of a sudden, and I'm not saying I was at the top, but like I had a moment where like doing arena tours, pictures in front of big audiences where people started coming after me.
Yeah.
And that's when you go, okay. So you want it? Okay.
It's the Jay-Z line. He says, Bentley coupes, not bragging, just simply the truth.
P-Rod, you funny, bro. Probably not a good time right now.
You think Jay-Z or
probably not a good time right now.
You're silly.
Once you make it to the top, man, people start taking shots at you. Bert, you got popular as a comedian by being Joe Rogan's friend, who's a guy that doesn't understand comedy. So, yes, as you got more popular, people started to realize, hang on a second, this guy fucking sucks.
You're not being cocky. You're not being conceited. You're being factual.
Yeah.
Factual is you got to this level. This level is up there. That's it.
You really walked him off the ledge there nicely, Chris. This level. He's on a cooking show that got 70,000 viewers talking to a guy
with allegations of domestic violence
with 10,000 liquid death cans on screen. Get a round of applause for this pinnacle moment, this high level of entertainment.
Bentley coupes, not bragging, just simply the truth.
The one thing I'll give Chris Cole credit for, he is a little snake. It's pretty amazing how he's brand new to this shit and he already knows how to be a completely fake podcast personality that's just going to of whoever hosts the show. Like, he is a perfect little addition to the shitty comedian echo chamber with all of these, like, you know, depressed comics who desperately need support. He's just, yo, fuck the haters, bro. You're popular for a reason, bro. And I'd imagine at this point in time, I think Chris is probably really identifying with this anti-hater rhetoric. But unfortunately for Chris, he's not really in a position to go into detail about why this is hitting so close to home right now.
Cheers. We got a great episode. We're talking skateboarding.
I love that the end of this exchange, they all cheers. They all cheers to this idea that people that criticize them on the internet are jealous of their success. Amazing. Amazing, guys. Productive and intelligent conversation. I can tell all three of you guys are going to walk away from this as better men.
You know, privately, I'm obsessed with skateboarding.
Totally.
I think I told you a little bit at that party. I've got deep dives of everyone I want to talk about. I'm dying to know why everyone is obsessed with Danny Way. Like, oh my God. Danny Way is like everyone's guy. Where were you during COVID? Were you?
I was home, but I had just got out of a relationship that I was in for 7 years, so I was single. Had the house to myself, had my friends over. Every skate spot you could ever want to skate was completely open to skate. It was good quarantining because like we love skating like school campuses, college campuses, all that, it were empty. So we were skating everything we wanted to skate, no kickouts, no police, no nothing.
Oh, no. Oh, because in my head I was like, why wouldn't you skate them anyway? It's cops.
Wow!
So you were
You're
just
just
there.
skating 7 days a week, anywhere you wanted. It was great. It was a blessing.
God, it was.
God, it was. Bert, why are you acting like you were there skating Hollywood High with P-Rod? You just found out about all of this 5 fucking seconds ago.
BMX bikes and skateboards and stuff started flying off the shelves because
Business was good.
A guy who works 9 to 5.
Oh, that's right. You guys have your own skateboards.
9 to 5.
Oh, that's right. You guys have your own skateboards.
You know privately I'm obsessed with skateboarding.
He is so impressed with himself again. Oh, that's right. You guys have your own skateboards. That's right. Bert Kreischer, obsessed skateboarding fan. Pro skateboarders have their own skateboards. That's actually what has to happen for them to be pro. Then he just throws this thing on the floor.
His love for skateboarding.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you guys. This would blow Bert's mind. Not only does P-Rod have his own skateboard, he actually has ownership in a skateboarding company. That's like having your own skateboard, but bigger.
What's like a trick that you see a guy do, you go, oh, he really skateboards. Like he can, like kickflip?
Like it could be any trick. It's just the way it's done.
It's also the push.
Yeah,
like if we see a kid push down the street, you go, oh, that dude's skating.
I wonder what my push looks like.
I mean,
what are you looking for? Are you looking for like a face down?
First,
Don't let the beard fool you. He's a child.
It's funny because he's fat.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Back foot, and you're pushing with your front foot?
Yeah, your front foot, yeah.
You're pushing with your front foot.
Yeah.
Dude, I hope that there's a 15-year-old version of me in a time lapse that just saw me say that to 2 pro skateboarders.
I'm glad that you knew that. That's awesome.
This makes me sick. I'm glad you knew that. That's awesome. These guys are supposed to be our heroes. P-Rod and Chris Cole are congratulating pedestrian Rogan Orbiter for knowing what a Mongo push is. God save us. Skateboarding has never been more doomed than it is right now. Please, 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 please pay attention how nervous Chris Cole is. He's about to do what is known as a riff.
What's her name?
You thought you were being responsible.
What's her name? Looks away, closes his eyes.
You were being responsible.
I thought I was being so
He tries to make another comment. He gets interrupted.
I thought I was being so responsible.
And now he's doing shallow breaths. Okay, I'm not gonna fuck this up. Okay.
I didn't know you get a DUI on a skateboard.
Get her on the phone.
Late swing by Hamilton as he strikes out.
What was that?
Get her on the phone. Fuck, why did I fucking say that? God damn it. This is not the frame of mind you need to be in to start trying to learn how to riff. He's freaking the fuck out. 55 minutes. He's on this program. He's in a state of fight or flight. He has no idea how to look natural in this situation. You examine Louis Elliott doing this Tyshawn reality TV show thing with a rapper. And Louis Elliott was supposed to be like the host of this show. Louis Elliott was so fucking nervous. He didn't know how to just look normal.
Like, y'all be making this shit wave and shit. And
I'm going to do ravioli style. And then I hope the Latino Mexican version comes out okay. I don't know if it's going to. I only say that because it should have been done in LA already, and it hasn't been.
Oh.
So I'm wondering
There
why
might be
they
a
haven't.
reason.
No, it had to have been done.
Well, it's like Shaq or backside flip and El Toro.
Bert is talking about how he's scared his Mexican dumplings might not be good because it hasn't already been done in LA. So, maybe the concept is flawed. And Chris Cole says,
well, it's like Shaq or backside flip and El Toro.
No, it's not. It's not like that at all. Sheckler lied.
This is what I heard. That you backside flip El Toro. Yes or no? Yes.
He never did it. How is that like Mexican dumplings not existing? Did someone say they made a good Mexican dumpling and then it turned out they didn't? No. In that scenario, Chris, the analogy would have made sense. But in the situation that is happening right now, your analogy made 0 sense.
Well, it's like Shaq or backside flip and El Toro.
That dude looked like little tortillas.
Yeah, right. Can you explain the Philadelphia skate scene to me?
No.
This is one of the weirdest moments on the show. Bert has Paul Rodriguez and Chris Cole sitting in front of him. For some fucking reason, he asks Paul Rodriguez, can you explain the Philadelphia skate scene to me? Why? Why would you ask P-Rod that question when Chris Cole is sitting right next to you? That would be like if you looked at Chris Cole and you went, Chris, what's it like being a Mexican guy? And Chris would be like, I don't know, maybe you should ask the Mexican guy.
Like, you can't use a song that's bigger than you. There are certain songs that are just way too big, right? Because people will never ever forget where they heard that song first. If you skate to Metallica 1, you're an idiot. Because you'll never own
this
it.
might be the most prophetic thing I've ever heard of.
It's like
you
on
can't
American
skate to a song bigger than you.
Because everybody will remember.
Chris's hot take about skating to songs that are too big. He says, if you skate to a song that's bigger than you, then you are an idiot. P-Rod is probably taking some offense to this comment, considering this. P-Rod skated to Power by Kanye West. And by the way, this was awesome. I loved this when this came out. I thought this was cool as hell. So, Chris Cole, I think your opinion is actually the one that's fucking stupid.
Just know, like, you want to own that song. When that song plays, you want people to think about it. That doesn't mean you have to go
I'm
too
never putting
hard,
this guy on
too
primitive.
low. If you skate to Metallica 1, you're an idiot.
Hey Siri, what song is this?
Beethoven's Fifth. I swear to God. Is it weird that I'm 51 and I'm still obsessed with skateboarding and surfing?
No, I probably.
Oh my God, Bert, you are not obsessed at all. Look at this. Look at Chris Cole's face. He's like, God, if there were no camera rolling right now, it would be nice to just take one of those air-powered cattle execution devices and put it up to Bert Kreischer's head and just...
Is it weird that I'm 51 and I'm still obsessed with skateboarding?
I believe in luck more than I believe in hard work.
Yes.
Well, I want to ask you what you think about this. Kobe Bryant had a famous quote that he said, the harder I work, the luckier I get. How do you feel about this type of situation? Because like
P-Rod, the ultimate coworker. He is only capable of participating in conversations through quotes about celebrities that he thinks are dope.
Kobe Bryant had a famous quote that he said, the harder I work, the luckier I get.
What do you guys think about that?
Because I don't believe in dumb luck. Although I do get the dumbest luck.
Like you put yourself in...
Ha ha!
Get the...
Nice, Chris. Another natural sounding laugh.
Is it hard work when you do what you love? Let's see if we can find how much talent have you seen not pan out versus pan out. That's because that's where I start.
The ratio is like this, not panned out to panned out. The ratio is higher.
It's crazy.
It's all gotta work. It's all gotta work to pan out.
Talent isn't the talent.
I have no fucking idea what these guys are talking about. Yo, bro, it's like this and it's like that, bro. It's great. The talent is not the talent, bro. It's here and then over here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Trying the trick, not just landing it. The whole thing's fun. Like flicking your board at the ledge is fun.
Oh, it's the best feeling in the fucking world.
And not to
What are you, Bert? What the fuck are you talking about? Chris Cole's like, yeah, flicking your board at the ledge is fun. Bert says it's the best feeling in the fucking world.
Bruh.
Why is Bert talking like he understands any of this? There is not a single photo or video of you on a skateboard, Bert. When I was looking for evidence of Bert Kreischer skateboarding, this is what I found. Tony Hawk calls out Bert Kreischer for not wanting to do an ollie during podcast interview.
We could get you to ollie in half an hour.
No, you could not.
What?
Bert can't even ollie. And this is what's so fucking infuriating about this. Bert is a straight up poser. He's literally posing in front of P-Rod and Chris Cole. He's pretending like he is one of you. You're allowing that because you guys want something from him. You're kissing his ass. You're selling out your identity as skaters because you guys want to go on podcasts.
And not to go too weird, but that's why I believe in God.
This is turning into the best conversation ever.
Wow. And that's why I believe in God, bro. Yeah, it was only a matter of time until the guy dropping Jay-Z and Kobe Bryant quotes would mention every coworker's favorite celebrity of them all, God.
That's God, because that's what you don't control.
Give me my fucking phone back, bro.
You're right. Like, you can go out and want to film a trick on the streets.
Dude, this is amazing. If you sat on some bleachers and there was a group of 14-year-olds smoking pot, the conversation would sound exactly like this.
I can't control whether I walk away successful or not.
Do you care about celebrity at all?
I love being starstruck. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
That's cool. Bert never asks Chris anything. He always addresses P-Rod when he's asking the questions. Even when he was asking about the Philadelphia skate scene, he asks Paul.
Is this Din Tai Fung?
Sesame oil? Sesame oil and
yeah, dude.
What were you?
Oh, brother.
I gotta give you props. You can have full conversation and still remember all the steps to cooking.
Cooking's, you don't cook at home?
I'm very preliminary with cooking.
I think this was maybe P-Rod's vocab word of the day, or maybe he remembers the word preliminary from when he was participating in Street League, and he's like, I'm going to work hard to make sure that I incorporate 2 Jay-Z quotes, 2 Kobe quotes, and 1 level 3 vocab word. Here's the thing. You're 39 years old. You dress like you're in 5th grade.
We make it look easy.
You're not in a preliminary phase of your life. You just don't know how to cook.
I love cooking more than anything.
Wow. Being able to cook.
That does smell like a Jolly Green Giant's dick.
Bert Kreischer has no respect for this guy. Interrupts him for that weak-ass joke. And Chris Cole has to take it. He can't be like, hey, I was in the middle of fucking saying something, Bert.
Being able to cook as a dude, like a really attractive trait to have. It's not something I can do, but I can identify.
Pause, bro.
Bobby Flay taught me how to cook steaks. I told this to him personally. And Jamie Oliver,
name dropping,
everything in between. Like he is just, his show is so sexy. It was him rolling back at like
here we go. Here comes the accent.
Joking. He'd roll in at 2 in the morning. His wife was a model, and they had all these model girls. They're like, all right, I'm gonna make them a little brekkie. All right, who wants brekkie?
Will you hold still?
I'm gonna put this here, right here. All right.
You're deadly. I just realized that you're deadly.
With accents?
No.
Oh my God, the shittiest British accent known to man, and Bert thinks that he just got complimented on it.
It's my favorite thing.
You're deadly. I just realized that you're deadly.
With accents?
No. That's good too, but like you're deadly. You're funny and you can cook. Like your talents apply to life in every aspect. My talent doesn't apply to shit.
So this is amazing. P-Rod describes Bert Kreischer as deadly. The only thing Bert Kreischer is a threat to is a motherfucking box of donuts.
Stitched up in the left hand doing all this.
Does P-Rod actually think that Bert Kreischer is some kind of silver-tongued bitch getter? Like, honestly, if you were at a bar and you're like listening to some people talking, you know, to maybe a guy and a girl behind you, and you hear the guy go like, yeah, bro, like, have you heard of Calvin Harris? He's my neighbor.
Bobby Flay taught me how to cook steaks. I told this to him personally.
That only works on the dumbest girls on the fucking planet, which is good to know that if P-Rod was a woman, he would 100% let Bert Kreischer hit it. That is the gayest compliment you can say to one of your bros. You're deadly, bro. You're so fucking good at like all this dope shit. Like, I would totally let you impregnate me, bro, if I could, bro. Too bad we're both dudes and we can't do anything sexual with each other because we're dudes.
Do you think our brains are similar?
Nah, your guys' brains are way faster. At least, yeah, I'm speaking for myself. My brain is very minimally involved in my life. My brain is very minimally involved in my life. I just moved my body.
All right, we've got.
I just moved my body. Oh my fucking God. This is so incredibly classic. I just move my, I don't even think about anything that I fucking do ever. I'm just like a meat vessel. I just move from point A to point B.
I just moved my body.
Different speed.
I just moved my body.
How did you feel? You took a break off of boozing. How great does it feel not to drink?
It was actually amazing.
Another question for P-Rod. Chris Cole still can't catch a fucking break here. Can't catch a question.
50 days of sobriety and clean eating. Like you were doing all of it, right?
Yeah.
What? Tell me what you were doing.
So I was only eating chicken, fish, fruits, and vegetables. No sauces, no nothing, no grains, no nothing, and no drinking, no smoking, no nothing. So I was as clean as I've ever been.
It's
wow, yeah, that's it, guys. If you stop eating fried food, you stop eating grains, you only eat chicken, fish, fruits, and vegetables, you too can become a clear thinking, intellectual powerhouse like P-Rod.
You know, everyone talks about fasting. Fasting's awesome, I guess, but like for the most part.
Yeah, Bert, I bet you hate fasting.
Honestly, be serious. What do you think about my plating? It looks sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
He doesn't even let them respond. Guys, what do you think about my plating? What do I think about your plating? Your plating is a giant beige blob. This is sexy plating to people that are sexually attracted to large quantities of food.
My whole thing is for young men to watch this and go, that's how I get laid.
I think in Bert's head, he actually considers himself to be some kind of sex symbol because he cooked dumplings for two dudes, one of whom is actually dumb enough to like him and be impressed by him, be like, you're deadly, bro. And the second guy is pretending to like you because you have podcast clout. I can't believe Bert actually believes that he is teaching young men to get laid. Dude, you're 52 years old. You're wearing a baseball cap indoors. Shave your beard and take off your hat. Let's see what you actually look like. Then after that, once I see your true form, I want to know if you still have the confidence to identify as a sexy dude.
It's very easy to make. And then you played it up. It's like you look like a gangster, that chick. Am I right?
Don't I look like a gangster to you right now? If you guys had tits, wouldn't you let me fuck you?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, I would, actually, Bert.
I'm going next
Philly?
too.
This Philly or that Philly? That's Philly.
This is
P-Rod is holding this dumpling with jizz sauce literally globbing off the end of it. And I was like, what is he doing? Is he having some sort of like internal crisis at the moment? No, he's praying. I've never seen somebody do a prayer at dinner with the food en route to their mouth.
This is Philly, and then this is your cheese is right there. All right. That's good.
Killed it.
Yeah. I gotta be honest with the Mexicans all.
God, Chris Cole, you're such a fucking slimy little fake, man. Oh, it's so good. Fuck you.
I mean, the flavor profile of Asian food is so dynamic.
Maybe you'd be able to appreciate the flavor profile if you finish fucking chewing it.
Give me a thing in life and I'll give you a great analogy for it.
Love it. Exercising.
Exercising is like finger. You got to move it around or it doesn't work.
I love comedians. I love comedians.
Dude, I love it.
What's really like mind-boggling about P-Rod is that he's like blown away with Bert, who's not funny at all. P-Rod had a dad that was a famous comedian, and it's like, so why isn't P-Rod funny at all? Usually people inherit the traits of their fathers, like, you know, mine.
My father was a drinker and a fiend.
Is your dad funny, like, around the house?
Non-stop, dude.
Really?
Non-stop.
Dude.
It's like the way I compare it, my analogy is as a skateboarder, and I'm driving down the street in a car and I see a stair or rails or ledges. I'm like, I identify spots. As I'm driving by, I see architecture differently and I see spots. He just sees jokes.
Yep.
So when people are talking, when an opportunity for a joke pops up, his brain highlights that and sees it. No different than we see a skate spot.
P-Rod, he's like talking as though he's like Tom Karangelov or something, and he creates all of these incredible spots that otherwise wouldn't be skated. 85% of his fucking street footage all just takes place in schoolyards that 1,000 other people have already skated. So I don't know why he's making this analogy like, yeah, a comedian sees ins in a conversation in a similar way that I see. You know, you just hop a fence and you go skate picnic tables and ledges, you know, for your entire fucking career.
I like that you guys don't use your powers for evil against people that like me.
Bro.
Because you guys could roast us out of the building.
I'm the most intimidated around comedians.
But they don't. They won't do it. It's like, it's not fair. It's not a fair fight. It's not. You're not going to get roasted around the comedians.
I don't want to say nothing like.
No, I'm not good at roasting because my shit comes out personal.
Oh, guys, watch out, big bad Bert. When I roast people, bro, it's personal.
When I roast people, it hurts. And then every time I roast someone comes up to me privately and like, dude, I thought we were cool.
Yeah.
I was making jokes. And
I was making jokes, and you were like.
That means you're really good at it.
I remember, you gotta edit the name out, but I remember one time was roasting me. This is horrible.
Wow, I can't wait.
I'm gonna even say it, I feel horrible. He goes roasting me in the green room and Chris Rock and everyone's there. I was like, easy dude that just bought a Civic. And he was like, huh?
Oh!
And he's like, what? And I was like, I guess we'll be getting all the pussy. How are you gonna get pussy in a Civic? And I started roasting.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
This car he just bought. Did he really like this car?
But that's funny.
Official Chris Cole ball washing replay.
Guys, by the way, this is a very real story that definitely happened.
So you guys skating tomorrow? Do you have a certain pair of shoes you wear?
Yes and no. Like, whatever shoes I have broken in, I wear those for whatever, a week or two, and then on to the next.
Really?
But they're always Nike SB.
Nike SB dunks. Nike SB is a game changer. And they're so elite.
Really? Nike SBs are a game changer. They're so elite. Remember, this guy cannot even ollie.
Do I have to be here for this?
This is pretty awkward. They're talking about shoe sponsors, and you know it's awkward because Chris Cole just lost his sponsor.
Will you type in the New Balance guy?
Type in the New Balance guy.
Yeah. No, he did what they did with the Nike SB dunks, and he took it over to New Balance, and the New Balance shoes are awesome.
You might be talking about Tiago, but Tiago was never on Nike.
I think it's Tim Andrews. It's Tim Andrews.
Tim Andrews, guys. Remember, this dude is obsessed with skateboarding. It's Tim Andrews.
I don't know who
Tim Reynolds.
No, it's not Tim Andrews. It's Tim Reynolds.
Andrew Reynolds, but Andrew was never with Nike.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, Andrew was never with Nike, and also Andrew Reynolds doesn't have a pro shoe for New Balance. I don't know how this happened. He just made up a story about Andrew Reynolds getting a pro shoe for New Balance, which he will, but it doesn't exist yet.
Wow, look at
Andrew Reynolds is the guy who I said earlier, and you're like, I know Andrew Reynolds.
I get fucking
Florida guy.
Listen, I'm not good with names, okay?
Wow, that's an incredible statement. Bert Kreischer just says, I'm not good with names. He has just spent the last 47 minutes and 27 seconds reciting names of people that he knows.
Mr. T, Bill Maher, Charlie Barnett, Bobby Flay, Dave Chappelle, Tim Reynolds. I remember like DC was like huge at one point. And then they kind of fell off a little bit. Yeah. Do you remember the point they fell off or why? Do you remember why you felt like they fell off?
I want to say, obviously, it was after the DC video. When was that? That was 2005? The DC video? 2004?
Yeah.
5?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
They probably fell off.
So I remember DC was hot when
once Stevie left, basically, really? I think. Once Stevie went to Reebok.
P-Rod, who has been in the professional skateboarding his entire life, would say, DC never came back after Stevie left. Dude, they had fucking Nyjah. They also had the dude that is sitting right next to you. DC had a fucking super team. If Bert knew anything about skateboarding, he would know that Chris Cole rode for DC. So if you're going to ask a question about DC, you should probably ask Chris Cole and not P-Rod. But again, Bert asks P-Rod every single fucking question, which is like, dude, you are a shit host if you have two guys sitting in front of you and you just keep talking to one of them.
I would disagree because when I rode for them with Mikey Taylor, Mike Moe,
Sean
Felipe,
Malto.
Sean Malto, when he rode for him, like that was just before I started riding for him. There was like some heat. Nyjah rode for him. There was
exactly. They had one of the most fucking stacked rosters.
Moment.
Nyjah's badass.
Okay, here we go. Bert's about to weigh in now.
Neem. These are dudes I've watched hour documentaries on that I don't know anything about other than the shit I watched. Real quick, let's talk skate gear. So decks, basically all the same?
Slight variations, but yeah,
53 minutes out of 56 minutes into the show, and he's like, oh fuck, I barely asked these guys, these pro skater dudes, any skateboarding questions. As the host of a show, my suggestion would be, if you want to get the most out of your guests, you should try asking Paul Rodriguez about skateboarding instead of asking him about philosophy.
The board that got me back in was it was an owl. I know
it was an owl? But it wasn't
Santa Cruz. No, it was an owl, and it was
owl on skateboard basketball graphic.
What the f are you talking about?
It's not Elements. It's not Imagine. It's like.
Oh God.
No, I don't know.
But trucks, does it matter to any the rest? No, I'm obsessed with what you guys do, and I'm kind of obsessed with you guys as men.